Welcome to Seer of the Times as we continue our journey on finding the three river gorges that the Israelites crossed on their way to the Promised Land. So in the last two videos, we covered in Deuteronomy chapter 2, starting with verse 13, we were going over the river gorges that the Israelites crossed. And so they crossed the first river gorge, which was the Zered Gorge on the southern border of Moab. Then they went through Ammon and come to another river gorge called the Arnon River Gorge. Okay, so now today, and we also realized that when they crossed over the northern border, they went past the town of Ar. And I've got here what Ar actually means. It means, it's a Hebrew meaning of Ar is the root Arar, describes an accumulation in one place that results in an emptiness or barrenness. So it's desolate. There's nothing there. And so then we talked about crossing the Arnon River Gorge. And so Arnon actually is a roaring stream, a brawling stream. And so we're going to continue with verse, we left off on, verse 36, I believe. So we're going to go back to Deuteronomy 2, starting with 36. And the Lord helped us capture every town from the Arnon River Gorge north to the boundary of Gilead, including the town of Aror on the edge of the gorge and the town in the middle of the gorge. In other words, there was an island in the middle of the gorge. However, we stayed away from all the Ammonite towns, both in the hill country and near the Jabbok River, just as the Lord had commanded. So let's look up and see what the Bible says, that they defeated all of the little towns and even the town and the island that was in the island in the middle of the river gorge. When we look up, it says they were on their way to Gilead. When you pull up the Hebrew meaning of the word Gilead, it means hill country or mountainous country. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Again, get your GPS, go pull up the locations in the Middle East on your GPS, and try to find the river gorge that was north of Ammon, the Ammonites, the Ammon land of Ammon. Find the third river gorge, and then find the island that's in the middle of it. See if you can find that. All right, and at the end of this video, I will be putting up maps and showing you where the things are not in the Middle East, and then I will show you where they indeed are here in America. All right, have a good day, and I will see you soon on the next video.